Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated. Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Beatty, and I am the president of the 2019 senior class. I stand before you all today to welcome you to this year's commencement ceremony and to give you just a brief overview of the wonderful accomplishments and upstanding character of our class of 2019. Together, we've conquered a lot. Most recently, it was a tumultuous senior leaf raking day, in which the snow, mud, and slush that had accumulated on the ground seemingly outnumbered the amount of leaves that were on the ground. It was also extremely cold, but it was for a good cause, right? Leading up to that, we dealt with confusingly worded, highly faulty air testing, and that one day we had to take off of school because of a violent storm. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I know I do. But not only have we endured, we have also excelled. In the realm of the arts, academics, and athletics, this class has gone above and beyond, inspiring our fellow peers, the community, and even the nation at large with our vast emotional, physical, and mental prowess we have demonstrated in all three of these domains. You will hear in much greater detail from my outstanding peers about these very topics in just a bit. However, when I think of my graduating class, the first thing that comes to mind is not our tangible accomplishments, but the strides we have made as people, the way in which we have grown together. We are a class defined not by its specific social groups or cliques, but by our diversity of ability, thought, and personality, and the sense of camaraderie we have developed through that notion. We are a class that is compassionate, thoughtful, and packed with potential. While many of us may presently feel that we have charted our life's course, I think it is safe to say that the world will throw us for a few loops in the coming years. Sure, this idea seems scary on the surface, but I have no doubt that any one of us will navigate the sometimes rocky waters of life and come out on top, more prosperous than we ever could have imagined. To the audience, I urge you to keep watch of the class of 2019. I think we're going places. And to my fellow peers, we should strive to stay true to what we learned at WHS. And no, that does not mean constantly reminding yourself how to derive or integrate a function. Though for the future engineers out there are many of you, I'm aware, you might want to keep this in mind. This means to keep the kindness, compassion, and open-mindedness we've developed at the forefront of our minds and carry it with us wherever life takes us, no matter how difficult or confusing things may seem. For if we can do this, we will have led a righteous existence. And while it may not always appear this way, the world will reward those who are true to themselves and true to others. So class of 2019, let's keep being good people. Congratulations, everyone.
At this time, I would ask that we observe a moment of silence for all the people in our lives that cannot be in attendance today to help us celebrate our graduation, especially Ben Park, who we continue to hold in our hearts and consider a part of our class of 2019. Thank you. Will the class of 2019 please stand and remain standing? We are so very proud to call ourselves Grizzlies, and we look forward to joining generations of proud graduates who received their diplomas from Wadsworth High School. We welcome all alumni who are sitting in the audience today. We hope your pride in your school and its accomplishments continues to grow, just as we all grow. I now ask that all past graduates please stand and remain standing to be recognized. At this time, we ask that all members of the audience now stand for the singing of our alma mater. The words were written by Miguel Williams from the class of 1936, and the music is composed by Gloria Lester from the class of 1933.
Please be seated. There are many members of the class of 2019 who have excelled academically. We will now recognize each based upon their final grade point standing. Seniors wearing a red cord, symbolic of achieving a 3.4 through 3.69 grade point average, earning the designation of cum laude, please stand to be recognized. Seniors wearing a silver cord, symbolic of achieving a 3.7 through 3.99 grade point average, earning the designation of magna cum laude, please stand to be recognized. Seniors wearing a Seniors wearing a gold cord, symbolic of achieving a 4.0 and above grade point average, earning the designation of summa cum laude, please stand to be recognized. And finally, seniors wearing a medal from the Joint Veterans Coalition of Medina County are going to the Armed Forces next year. Please stand to be recognized. Wadsworth City Schools continues to demonstrate excellence in all areas that we hold as high values and beliefs for student achievement and performance. As a AAA school district with high expectations, we take great pride in the areas of academics, the arts, and athletics. 3 seniors will speak to each area today. First is Cecilia Ho on academics, second is Anna Bowling on the arts, and third is Will Virgin on athletics.
Good afternoon. In approximately 3.14 hours, the class of 2019 will become, as Ellen DeGeneres says, alumnus, alumni, aluminum, alumni. People who graduated. My name is Cecilia Ho, and I'm honored to speak to our graduating class on this momentous day. I hope my speech can reflect on what we've learned and are grateful for everything Wadsworth High School had to offer. We've grown a lot together, as a class, as a family. We've hurdled countless of late-night studying, mountainous piles of homework, and exams to reach this point. In English class, we learned from Romeo and Juliet that we cannot make reckless decisions, and we must listen to our parents or mentors because they truly do have our best interests at heart. From science class, we learn that the results we receive is the product of the amount of effort we put in. Because the third law of motion states, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Newton said that, so it must be true. Every determination, every work equals force times radius. We exalt, we'll get the results. Our kinetic energies from the grind and effort we channel in will unleash that potential energy within us. From math class, we've learned that our limits have no bounds because our passions are infinite. From the array of math problems that took hours to complete, we've learned how patience and taking small but significant steps propel us towards reaching the end goal. But most importantly, look around. We see our friends, our peers, our mentors, our families. We learn our greatest lessons not from textbooks, but through our interactions with one another. No matter where you are or who you're with, we can grasp every opportunity to grow and learn from each other. That's a special gift. Class of 2019, we have limitless capabilities stored inside of us, ready to be utilized. Never stop learning, growing, failing, or laughing, because in the spirit of Disney's classic remake of Aladdin, a whole new world awaits to be conquered. Seniors, the ones where they graduate, as we go down our separate paths, we'll look back and say, these will be the good old days. Thank you.
In 2015, Michelle Obama said, "The arts are not just a nice thing to have or to do if there is free time or if one can afford it. Rather, it defines who we are as a people and provides an account of our history for the next generation." For the class of 2019, we were both given time and the resources to create our moments of history. For many of us, we participated in multiple forms of art during our time here. I have never taken an art class. I was awful at drawing and therefore honed my artistic abilities in different ways, but nevertheless see that the visual arts provide value and meaning to high school careers, just as all the fine arts do. I was able to see that the different fine arts and their teachers not only teach for the passion, but also for the love of their students. Teachers and coaches of the fine arts see the educational value of music, art, drama, and speech. They not only have mastered these elements themselves, but want to provide students with the opportunity to share in those passions. Within our years here, the arts have become more and more vital, and most importantly, they have become better recognized. The hard work of all the arts has become more enjoyable to witness, and the vitality of the arts is due to those who create them. For as long as these activities exist, there will always be students who work hard within them to enhance their own passions. Ultimately, the reason that the arts have become more important to the student body is because of those who continue to support artists and our trials, failures, and beautiful successes. Creating art is never easy. It is grueling. Open hearts and inner expressions are continually put on display, allowing for unwanted judgment and unprofessional remarks. However, we continue to persist, never letting our critics stop us and continuing to create art that is important, powerful, passionate, and beautiful. We construct art that represents and mimics us, things that are strong, clever, dazzling, and poignant. Art never ceases. It continues for centuries, even after our time. Today, I ask you to continue to respect and support art and artists. The teachers and students work incredibly hard and deserve every ounce of our appreciation. Thank you to the teachers of the arts for sharing your capabilities and talents and allowing us to work closely with you. Students, classmates, and friends, don't ever stop creating. Continue to find your truth and light within artistic expression. It will guide and comfort you for years to come. Thank you.
We did it. We're here. It's almost done. I'll try not to speak for too long. Growing up in Wadsworth has taught me that here there are three things in life to be certain: death, taxes, and the success of Wadsworth athletics. This year, Wadsworth won Suburban League championships in football, girls cross country, volleyball, girls basketball, wrestling, softball, and boys tennis. Our class features standouts such as Mason McMillan, Kai Wagner, Casey Evans, and many more future collegiate athletes. Together, we have all created a legacy that will not soon be forgotten. Today, I'm going to speak about different aspects of Wadsworth athletics. Short of marriage, there is no stronger bond between two humans than being teammates. To become a team player, you have to be a part of a team. Being a team player means holding yourself and your teammates accountable. Being a team player is helping your brother up. Being a team player is not always taking the shot. Being a team player is respecting your teammates and coaches. I played tennis all 4 years of high school and played doubles a majority of those years. This past season, I got to play doubles with my friend, Bo Casey. Anytime either one of us messed up on the court, the other was right by our side, giving a high five or saying, "Don't worry about it, get the next one." Having such a great teammate made playing so much easier for me, because I knew that if I lost us a point, Bo was going to come right back and get one for me. I knew that if I got knocked down, my teammates were there to help me up. I'm so thankful to have learned this impeccable life lesson in my high school career. And because of it, I will be able to be a great teammate to my coworkers in the future. Next, I'd like to talk about the school. As some of you may know, I can get a little carried away with what I yell at sporting events. In the heat of the moment, sometimes these harsh words just come out, and then I'd get this look from Mr. Musgrave, even though I'm certain he's laughing on the inside. Sophomore year, Mr. Berlin started a Grizzly Leadership Academy. We were having some issues in student sections at sporting events, so he rounded up some of the more vocal students that attended these events. Every delayed start, we would come in around 8 a.m. and go back and forth up in the Grizzly Den about what could and could not be chanted. And many of you are probably wondering, well, why are these high school kids waking up on their delayed start to come in and argue? Well, first of all, Mr. Berlin did bring us donuts from Ann's. And second of all, me, Matt Moore, and Brendan Merhart, we would rotate who was bringing the chocolate milk that morning. But I can promise you, I never brought the chocolate milk. My friends and I were pretty set in our ways and stubborn, but Mr. Berlin did eventually break through. The culture of our student section was a microcosm of the culture at our school. As we became more respectful in student sections, members of our group were also more respectful to others at school. The Grizzly Leadership Academy has grown so far beyond student sections and now includes close to 50 members, all of us interacting with others at school and promoting leadership throughout the entire building. We are all so blessed to have been raised in Wadsworth. This city truly embodies what it means to be a community. One of the greatest ways to bring such a large group of people together is sports. Whether it's a Friday night football game with 5,000 fans chanting at Artwright Stadium, or standing room only at a home wrestling match against Brecksville, no other community supports its athletics like Wadsworth does. Our community has garnished the nickname the Red Sea because at almost every event, there's a seemingly endless crowd of red. There is so much pride to be a part of Wadsworth Athletics, and it is such an honor for all of us to become alumni of this high school. The brotherhood that athletes have with those who played or coached the sport before them is sacred. The support our community has for us in all sports is amazing, and is something that we often take for granted. For most of us here today, we don't really know of anything else. No matter where we end up, I hope that all of us will bring that Grizzly tradition and compassion to our future ventures. Finally, I'd like to take everyone here down memory lane. Where did all of our athletic careers begin? I want everyone in this gym to close your eyes. Go back to when you first started playing t-ball, or upward, or pee-wee football. Who is out there in the backyard playing catch with you? Who would go outside in the freezing cold to play pig with you? Who was the first person there to catch you when you fell? You can all open your eyes now. For me, it was my parents. My mom has been to almost every game I have ever played, no matter where it was or what the weather was. My dad has coached me for almost my entire life. Whether he was the head coach or just my dad, he always supported me and helped me along the way. So today, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for always being there for me. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you too for making me the young man I am today.
Today is a day dedicated to you, the graduates, though it is not limited to the graduates of today, but those who have achieved this honor before us. Would the class of 1969 please stand? Though 15 years may have passed, there are many resemblances between us. 50 years ago, you graduated 292, while today we graduate 368. The class of 1969 went through the day-to-day motions of the athletics, arts, and academics just as the class of 2019 has. You had a football offense that scored an astounding 422 points that season, and your track team was undefeated. The drama department put on What Did We Do Wrong?, a play commenting on the hippie counterculture of the society at the time, just as we would today, using our artistic ability to discuss the world around us. You had numerous organizations such as National Honor Society, the volunteering Y-Teens, French Club, Latin Club, and the Future Scientists of America Club, which was a club created that year. You also took many similar classes and electives, such as the Bruin and the Whisperer, that are still going strong today. 1969 was a very eventful year. Gas was at 35 cents per gallon and minimum wage was at $1.60 per hour. There existed tensions from the Vietnam War, Richard Nixon became president, and Woodstock came into fruition, attracting thousands. There was one event, though, that embodies a beacon of hope for 1969. This was the year that Apollo 11 successfully landed 2 men on the moon, a turning point in history. As some may find today as one small step for the end of high school, It also serves as one giant leap for your future. As astronomer Neil Armstrong once said, "I think we're going to the moon because it's in the nature of the human being to face challenges." It is time for the class of 2019 to face the next frontier with a readiness for the challenge, just as the class of 1969 has done. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tony, Leah, Cecilia, Anna, William, and Alexander for doing a wonderful job of speaking today. It's been a great day so far, and in just a few minutes, the moment we've been waiting for is upon us. As each of you will walk across the stage and receive your high school diploma. Now, before we start, I know I tend to get a little emotional at this time, and I know there's a pool out there wondering when I'm going to start crying. If you had 8:15 this morning, you won. I have Kleenex, I have my water, I have Mr. Berlin in the bullpen just in case. But I have the greatest job in the world, and I love every minute of it. One sentence. Because of the young men and women sitting before me, the class of 2019 is truly an exceptional class. They are talented, fun, and filled with quality leaders and individuals. I would like to thank the Board of Education and Dr. Hill for allowing me to be principal of this great class. Parents, I would like to thank you for sending your sons and daughters to school every day and trusting our staff to care for them and educate them. But most of all, I'd like to thank you, class of 2019, for making me a better person, a better father, and making Wadsworth High School the greatest school in the state of Ohio. Thank you for striving academically. We are so proud of Lily with a perfect score on her ACT, Michael as a National Merit finalist. 79 of you are either in National Honor Society or National Technical Honor Society, and 137 of you are receiving an honors diploma today. I believe that several of you are going to change the world with your intelligence. I am very proud of you. Thank you for inspiring performances in the areas of the fine arts. Our choir concerts, band concerts, plays, musicals, speech and debate, and art shows are second to none. You have fostered my love for the arts in ways you cannot imagine. I truly enjoy watching you perform, and I believe that Ellie, Carter, Tony, or Colleen, you are going to be performing at the most famous venues in our country. I'm incredibly proud of you. And when you are performing in Carnegie Hall or on Broadway, I'm going to be there to watch you. Thank you for your performances on the athletic fields, especially all of you that I've had the pleasure to coach over the years. In baseball, basketball, softball, and even 4-year-old soccer. The moments we had in the field together are some that I will never forget. Like Will in 5th grade basketball, telling his opponent he was a Puma before the jump ball, and then we got beat by 37 points. Or in our 13U travel baseball team, when Coach Mosession used a bird and Gatorade to symbolize our play. And guys, I finally figured it out, and I'll share with you after the ceremony. However, my best moments are watching you all develop into varsity athletes, and better yet, great people. I'm proud of each of you, and I believe that Nick Lolithan will never have your name mispronounced again when you make your major league pitching debut for your Cleveland Indians, and I will be there to watch you. Thank you to all the career tech students for working hard and finding your passion for your future. You're off to great starts. I had lots of fun working with you. Nothing is better than cooking in the carpentry shop after a hard day's work, or working with the media and marketing classes to help beautify our building, or seeing the engineering and robotics classes working at competitions. And my auto guys, Clay, Michael, Colin, Devin, and Caleb. I need at least one of you to at least start an auto body shop to take care of my fleet of vehicles. I'm extremely proud of all of you. As principal of the building, I've always tried to treat each of you as my own child. I often joke that I graduate over 350 sons and daughters each year. This year, it's actually happening. My son, Matt, is graduating this year. Matt, I'm extremely proud of you for all your accomplishments in the classroom, on the baseball field, and more importantly, as a person. I love you and can't wait to begin our next phase in our relationship as you move on to college and adulthood. And finally, class of 2019, thank you for reaching your goals, as today you are achieving the first goal you set when you walked into high school 4 years ago, as 368 of you will be receiving your high school diplomas. Good luck, and remember, you are always welcome back, and know that I believe in you, and when times are tough, stop and enjoy an ice cream sundae, and think of Wadsworth High School. Thank you. At this time, I would ask Dr. Andrew Hill, Superintendent of the Wadsworth City Schools, to join me at the podium. Dr. Hill, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Wadsworth High School, as principal, it is my honor and pleasure to present to you the class of 2019.
That's an awful tough act to follow. Kid around about myself not showing any emotion in life, and never is it more evident than following Mr. Moore on graduation day, especially today. Nice job, Mr. Moore. On behalf of our Board of Education, I'd like to start today by welcoming all of our alumni and guests. We are honored with your presence. In particular, I'd like to recognize the class of 1969. Your presence today means a lot to our graduates and demonstrates how connected our alumni are to our schools. Welcome home. Before we go any further today, we should take a moment and reflect on the fact that tomorrow is Memorial Day. We recognize that numerous individuals in the history of our great nation have put themselves in harm's way, while many others have given the ultimate gift, all to protect the freedom of our country. It's through the actions of these men and women that we're able to stand here today and recognize the fruit of your labor from one of the greatest gifts freedom allows, the right to be educated. I believe it's through education that you will find true freedom in your life. Education is the great equalizer. A special thank you to our service members, both past and present. To the class of 2019, it seems that every year our graduation class sets the bar higher for the classes that follow them. You are no exception. From state exams, AP exams, the ACT, SAT, career technical education credentials, and other academic accomplishments, too numerous to name today, to accomplishments in the arts and athletics, you have raised the bar higher than ever before. There is no doubt in my mind that you are well prepared for your next steps in life, whether that is some type of post-secondary education, direct entrance into a career field, or military. As we celebrate your accomplishments today, we'd be remiss if we didn't take a moment to recognize those who have helped you along the way. As Leah so eloquently spoke about on Friday evening for those that were part of Baccalaureate, and Will touched on here a few minutes ago, your parents and guardians, family, friends, and teachers. As we all know, graduating with a high school diploma is not an easy task, and no person ever walks the road to graduation alone. Please give some thought to those who have helped you along the way, and make sure to thank them as they celebrate your success. The other group we should recognize today is the Wadsworth community. The support that our school district receives from our community is second to none. It's through the community support that we're able to continue to build upon the tradition of excellence and push ourselves to offer more opportunities for you. Sometimes when you've spent your life in one place, it's easy to take for granted the wonderful situation and opportunities presented to you. As someone who has only been in Wadsworth for a few years, I can tell you that the opportunities available to you in our schools and throughout our community are not the norm across our state. The opportunities far exceed what I have experienced in other communities I have worked and lived in. Community support is what makes Wadsworth such a special city to live in and such a strong school district to attend. Our community recognizes that there is no substitute for a strong education. They recognize there is no resting on past success. Rather, we have to continually strive to get better in what we do every day. Through their tremendous support in both time and money, they have spoken loudly about the importance of education in the success of our future. They have invested heavily in you, and you have proven to them that expectations, no matter how high, can be exceeded. My challenge to you is twofold. First, chase your dreams, but recognize that just like your high school diploma, nothing worthwhile ever comes easy. There will be good and bad times along the way as you pursue your dreams. Persevere as you have been taught to through your education in Wadsworth. Second, don't forget where you have come from. It's not coincidence that the Wadsworth community is comprised of a large number of people who grew up here themselves. They may have left to pursue their dreams, but they returned to establish their careers, raise their families, and live their lives. They've helped to continue the circle of life in our community that provides the support I spoke about earlier. You are the next generation. You will be the ones who are the next leaders of our community. Don't forget what our community has given to you, and understand that at some point, it will be time to give back for the future of your children and our community. Now, with our Board of Education present, at this time, I officially accept from Mr. Moore this year's graduating class. To our board members, I can assure you that all students present today have met the graduation requirements set forth by the state of Ohio and you, the Board of Education, thus earning a high school diploma. Therefore, I make a final recommendation to you that you now award diplomas to the Wadsworth High School class of 2019. Thank you and congratulations.
Anthony Bruce Beatty. Leah Evelyn McNutt. Cecilia Jolly Ho. Anna Grace Bowling. William Wilson Virgin. Alexandra Nicole Zuder. Caleb Joseph Orion Abbott. Abigail Susanna Adams. Tyler Allen Adams. Noah Christopher Alec. Cassie Dawn Arnold. Austin Kenneth Ash. Joey Jacoby Askew. Jacob Christopher Atlas. Eric Raymond Offenberg. Sarah Marie Bach. Grace Elizabeth Back. Julia Ann Bale. Hannah Marie Bailey. Isaac T. Ball. Kylie Ray Baranek. Clayton Thomas Barker. Megan Lee Barnes. Gabrielle Joyce Renee Barnhart. Jordan Olivia Barnhart. Kylie Ann Beatty. Luke Gerald Boffman. Isaiah Richard Becerra. Christian Wilson Beckler. Samantha Renee Beto. Summer Lynn Beeman. Madison Olivia Beery. Gabriella Caitlin Bairns. Seth Eugene Beldine. Brett David Benedasic. Hannah Grace Berlin. James Markley Bernard. Samuel Brian Billings. Morgan Page Blackburn. Allison Marie Blas. Dennis Randall Bolin. Zoe Renee Bonifant. Megan Marie Borza. Jared Ryan Brasty. Andrew Thomas Bressler. Samuel Preston Braley. Jacob Gregory Brown. McKenna Marie Brown. Nathan Daniel Brown. Alexander Charles Burnham. Haley Lynn Burnsworth. Haley Marie Burrows. Brooke Aubrey Burton. Jacob Kelly Bush. Jillian Louise Bouchai. Maria Gabrielle Busen. Jessica Marie Cabrera. Sarah Elizabeth Kane. Anna Faith Callow. Mitchell Lee Capron. Dominic Corey Castellanova. Bo Patrick Casey. Andrew Campbell Kavanaugh. Andrew Riley Saravac. Gabrielle Mackenzie Cesario. Emily Catherine Single. Alexis Marie Cogley. Allison Elizabeth Collum. Reagan Nicole Conrad. Kristen Lauren Cook. Melissa Christine Corbett. Madeline Page Core. Avery Joel Cornelius. Diego Miguel Cosa. Macy Elizabeth Coward. Jordan Lee Kraft. Hayden Charles Craig. Maxwell Lee Creekmore. Melanie Marie Creekmore. Mackenzie Rose Cruz. Alexis Sylvia Chuchus. Andrea Camilla Cuella Garcia. Gabriel James Kearns. Micah Allen Damon. Brianna Nicole Deso. Jacob Allen Dietrich. Joseph Richard Dietrich. Melitza Marie Denis. Joseph J. Dietrich. Nathan Palmer Dietrich. Parker Elaine Dingus. Alyssa R. Driss. Samuel Scott Drown. Evan R. Dreyer. Elizabeth Ray Dunn. Rebecca Ann DuPont. Michael John Edwards. Samuel Robert Eggleton. Joseph Michael Eakers. Allison Elizabeth Ellinger. Matthew David Ellis. Jacob Christian Elsis. Carl Henning Elsis. Cameron Riley Eppinger. Jack Frederick Erickson. Casey Lynn Evans. Sarah Marie Faber. Theodora Mary Farson. Andrew Joseph Felix Malone. Leah Marie Ferry. Andrew James Fincham. Aiden Nicholas Flower. Michael Joseph Matthew Four. Carter Michael Frazier. Ryan Alexander Frost. Colleen Elizabeth Fry. Olivia Grace Fugate. Amy Grace Foltz. Macy Ann Foose. Matthew Michael Gable. Mitchell Noel Gabler. Mia Susan Gambasini. Brody Lee Geiger. Tyler Michael Gentry. Ryan Hunter Gerber. Cassidy Dawn Good. Riley Michael Goodwin. Michael James Grabowski. Joseph Russell Gray. Quentin Malachi Green. Molly Catherine Griffin. Nina Catherine Hahn. Colleen Teresa Hallis. Connor Glenn Hallis. Samuel John Hanna. Catherine Elizabeth Hanson. Shayna Carleen Harbaugh. Kashmir Marie Hatchett. Jordan Renee Potts Hayes. Elise Nicole Heminger. Jacob DeRoche Herbert. Jessica Lynn Herman. Matthew Gage Heron. Allison Christine Hibbard. Gabriella Dolores Hyman. Andrew Charles Hill. Hannah Elizabeth Hines. Tyler Harrison Hines. McKenna Shane Hinton. Colin Nathaniel Hitch. Haley Rebecca Hostetler. Dominic Marquise Holliday. Julia Rose Hollick. Ariana Grace Homan. Benjamin Bauge House. Sean Maxwell Maria. Andrew Dylan Hughes. Jarrell William Hutcherson. Hannah Marie Hutchinson. Jeffrey Raymond Hutchinson. Madeline Grace Huzak. Hope Marie Hyde. Mackenzie Elaine Jarnigan. Remington Lee Johnson. Leah Nicole Jones. Tristan Michael Jones. Sophia Elizabeth Kalopidis. Natalie Paige Kaser. Hannah Elizabeth Marie Keller. John Luke Kelly. Jason Paul Kemper. David Keenline. Sydney Shea Killinger. Ersted Ketelstein. Kendall Jean Kraft. Tyler James Colsar. Nathan William Kuntz. Riley Michael Koos. Allison Marie Lehman. Demetrius George Lykos. Nicholas Ford Alawathan. Ethan Taylor Lambert.
Gabrielle Hope Lance. Maximus Donald Lentz. Charlotte Andrea Lewis. Ing Home Lin. Emma Rose Lind. Zachary Richard Lynn. Charles Daniel Livingston. Vincent John Labello. Tate Joseph Lockwood. Jacob Paul Logadice. Madison Grace Long. Sterling Simone Looper. Kaylee Elizabeth Love. Erin Catherine Lynn. Henry William McLaren Hunley. Alejandro Magro Augustin. Leah Rochelle Marr. Haley Ann Martin. Ashton Pierce Martinez. Reagan Elizabeth Mason. Don David Mastro. Preston Tyler Matuziak. Ryan Joseph Maxwell. Shelby Meredith Mays. Colin Douglas McClanahan. Scott Anthony McCune. Jacob Patrick McDermott. Cameron Ryan McDougall. Cassidy Lynn McDougall. Colton Patrick McDougall. Samuel Christian McMillan. Mason Randall McMillan. Melina Corinne Mellick. John Alexander Emil Manassa. Brendan Michael Merhar. Devin Paul Merkel. Hannah Marie Michael. Tori Marie Maihoka. Alec Brian Miller. Devin Marie Miller. Hallie Renee Miller. Madison Ray Mills. Nolan J. Meisen. Carter Andrew Moore. Evan Marcus Moore. Matthew Ryan Moore. Benjamin Thomas Moskus. Michael Andrew Mosesian. Kevin Andres Muller. Jonah Samuel Murphy. Samantha Ashley Merton. Shelby Michaela Musser. Taylor Maylin Nagy. Megan Marie Neff. Sydney Denise Negron. Matthew James Neal. Nathan Thomas Nemeth. William Peter Neuenheisen. Trent C.J. Newsom. Eleanor Claire Nicholas. Jamie Teresa Nicholson. Noah Edward Nicholson. Marissa Marylyn Nicodemus. Samuel Farland Nicodemus. Aaron Michael No. Michael Lee North. Carly Lorraine Northup. Helena Louise Novak. Joseph Michael Obrodo. Benjamin Estel O'Hara. Daniel David Ott. Nicholas Jacob Owen. Dominic Joseph Palange. Amber Lynn Patus. Carl Russell Pennington. Sydney Jane Perrin. Nicole Persone. Benjamin James Pettit. Jake Harrison Petty. Tavon Lamont Pickett. Connor Lee Pletcher. Sydney LeRae Poole. Olivia Marie Porpora. Owen Michael Porpora. Noah Alexander Porter. Casey Patel Potter. Sydney Patel Potter. Thomas Ray Pratt. Daniel Wade Price. Titus Vincent Price. Natalie Amber Quinn. Savannah Marcel Quinn. Brett Matthew Randolph. Tori Ray Rada. Connor Austin Raymond. Austin Joseph Reddish. Logan Michael Reeves. Corinne Marie Wrench. Jackson Thomas Richards. Riley Christine Riggenbaugh. Carson Matthew Risher. Michaela Marie Ritter. Sierra Ann Roberts. Caleb Joseph Robertson. Holly K. Rogers. Rebecca Opal Rogers. Jessica Lynn Ryan. Wyatt Andrew Ryan. Ryan James Salzgaber. Shannon Nicole Sammons. Hannah Grace Saylor. Matthew John Sabore. Summer Christine Sabore. Jenna Louise Scafidi. Ashlyn Malia Schertz. Robert Wayne Slough. Andrew Joseph Schmidt. Zachary Edward Schroeder. Anthony Jacob Sees. Jake Robert Sell. Caitlin Nicole Satera. Alicia Christine Shepard. Jacob Scott Shingleton. Dakota Reese Shoemaker. Michaela Shanoa Shoemaker. Devin Ann Sickle. Nicole Violet Sigmund. Bryant Michael Silliman. Jackson Royce Simmons. Jenna Emily Skinner. Xavier Michael Smykowski. Trevor David Smith. Haley Madison Smith-Heisler. Jaden Nicole Smerdell. Brock Donald Snowball. Miguel Samuel Soto. Mercedes Marie Squire. Connor Michael Stark. Lily Catherine Stewart. Carly Ann Stiltner. Jordan Deanna Stuber. Clay Douglas Swain. Marielle Joanne Sweezy. Sarah Sumie Takanaka. Elizabeth Ellen Talabek. Kira Nerys Tavanello. Brandon Alexander Thiesing. Isabella Kate Thompson. Austin Robert Trout. Kansas Rose Turner. Victoria Rose Cecilia Uhas. Aaron Blackfan Ewell. Stephen Joseph Ewell. Andrew Scott Wren. Rebecca Lynn Wren. Caroline Louise Valeri. Meredith Louise Van Dyke. Rayanne Nicole Vukovic. Kai Brinkley Wagner. Leah Marie Wagner. George Robert Walton. Macy Lee Weinreich. Bella Maria Wengard. Brittany Devon Wick. Logan John Whiteman. Madison Lee Wilson. Abigail Estelle Winkler. Autumn Dominique Whitty. Cooper Storm Roble. Alexis Page Wyatt. Sydney Lee Yonley. Matthew David Young. Mariah Aurelia Youngblood. Drew Alexander Yurchiak. Anthony Kelly Zollinger.
Let's hear it again for the class of 2019. Before Class President Tony Beatty leads our class with the tassel ceremony, I would ask that our faculty please assist so we can properly dismiss our graduates. The graduates will proceed through the north doors to the Commons to assemble one final time to throw their caps. Parents and honored guests, please do not stop the recessional for pictures, hugs, or handshakes. If you need to exit, please move up to the second floor, but please keep the Commons area clear. Thank you for your cooperation. Tony.
Graduates of the class of 2019, please stand. All right. To signify that you are now a graduate of Wadsworth High School, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations! Woo!